So good afternoon everyone. I am Deepak back again with one more video and one more interesting product. In this video I am going to talk about what are the features inside this product and how to make the connections and how to do the measurement. So this is another one more special product from Hioki called Super Megohm Tester. This particular model is SM7120. There are 3-4 other models are there, different specification wise. Specification I will discuss at the end of the video. Let's start the video. So now as I told you, I am going to talk about this product. So the model number, maybe you can see, I'll try to come close to the camera. Let me focus. Yeah. So this model is SM7120 and the front looks like this. These are the inputs for the test leads, the display and some menu selection keys, and these are the navigation and some shortcut keys for the testing, and then start and stop key. So on the other side there is a handlebar to carry this instrument like this, okay, and on the other side there is nothing, only except vent is there, and this side some more connections are there, like this one is the on off key from the back side, this is the external IO, power in, USB, exhaust fan, RS-232, GPIV, and these are for the DA output and the interlock function. Okay, now I guess you have seen all those things. Now we will start and see what all features are there in this product. Now I am going to connect the instrument by a power source so that I can switch it on. So as I told you, the power on key is on the back side. So before it starts, it checks the few functions of the instrument and do the self calibration. So we can also tilt this instrument by the help of these legs beneath the instrument like that, okay. I will try to do the more zoom on the instrument. I guess you guys are able to see the instrument much clearly. I'll try to I'll do again switch off and on so that you can see the initial screen and all. So you can see here it is doing some initial checks for the ROM, RAM, power, and doing the calibration, as I have done the setting to do the initial calibration. This is how the instrument looks like, right? So I'll try to explain one by one the keys and the features of the product, which key do what, and how to do the settings. So the first thing is the test lead terminals. So this one is the input side. Okay, so I'll show you, this is again a special type of test lead connector which reduces the noise actually, and these two are the ground input terminals. This is guard, this is the output, because this instrument generates the voltage. 7120 can generate up to 2000 volt, and this is charge unit. If we have a component like capacitor where we want to charge before the testing, we can also do that by this connector. And then the instrument look like this. What I'll do, I'll do the reset so that we can go down to the very initial page. Okay, I'll do the reset, I'll do the system reset. Okay, so now it came to the you can say the very initial scale. When you buy this instrument, the screen look like this. Okay, now I'll go to the keys here. So the first one is the mode. If I press this, it is changing the modes. Modes means what type of testing we are doing. Okay, testing mode. So first one is the surface resistance, volume resistance. Then this one is the resistance of liquid. If we have any kind of liquid sample, then we can test on this mode. And normal resistance, and then we can even see the current also, right? Then this is a range. So if I press this, you can see the current range is changing, right? If I press this, right? So if I increase up to a very high level, it depends on the speed as well. So according to the speed, right now it is on slow too, so we can change up to some limits only, right? Then up and down range. Then we can change the voltage level as well. You can see if I am pressing this, the voltage is changing, right? Like this. Okay. Then we can mark comparator as well. If I press this, it will go directly to that comparator setting, or we can press, if we press this menu key, it will also take us to that comparator setting page. I'll explain it later on. Then this is for load and save. We can, if I do all those kind of settings, and I can save these kind of settings on the panel list, and then I can recall them later on. Then the speed setting, as I told you, there are different speed settings, right? Fast to, medium, slow, and slow to, right? So these kind of speed settings are there, and this is for the remote control. If I press this, it will go to the remote control. Testing start, stop, these two keys, navigation keys, to come out from any kind of menu and to select any kind of parameter or anything, whatever the things we are changing on the instrument. So this is how the keys we can operate the system. Okay, now I'll come back to the screen, what things we can do. So as you can see, we have menu F1, F2, F3 and F4 here. So if I press menu, it will go to the setting page. I'll explain it later on. Then another one is the contact check function. Okay, so now right now it is saying NG. I'll explain you later on how this contact check function works. Then this is a monitor key. So monitor key here, as I told you, that this system is having charge discharge function as well, because this is a very good technology feature. Because when you are giving a charging any kind of DUT, or we are testing the resistance, we have want to measure this kind of resistance, high resistance, then this instrument is applying a voltage actually, okay, by this output. And but charge key, we are actually applying the current to charge the any kind of DUT. So this is voltage, this is current actually. So both have their own limitation. As I told you, the voltage is up to in this model we can go up to 2000 volt. For charge, I'll explain you when I'll start discussing about the menu. So when I press this Moni key, F3 means, so we can set the sequence here, right? You can see the sequence. I'll try to make it a little bit more zoom. Okay, so you can see the sequence here. Right now the sequence is off, right? We can set this kind of sequence here. Okay, so how much time it should charge, discharge, charge, measure, and again discharge. These kind of things we can set here. So if I press modify, then I can set the sequence all here. All this, if I press this edit, right place, I can do this kind of settings. Okay, this kind of settings can be done, and then we can create different kind of sequence here, right? So if I press Moni, it will come to this screen, and then I need to press the modify to change the settings. Or if I press it again, it will come back to the old screen, or you can say the home screen, right? Now these are the things which you can see on the screen. Now what things we are able to see while doing the measurement, and all those things I'll explain when I'll make connection on this instrument. Now back to the setting. So when I press this menu key, you can go inside by pressing and coming out of the same menu by pressing it again and again. Okay, like this. So the first thing is you want to see the result in the exponential form or in the unit form. So if I change it to unit like this, you can see, okay, unit is coming, right? And if I put it to exponential, you will get the data in the form of exponential, 10 to the power, like that. Okay, and if I put it to unit, and then we can define how much digits you want to see. If I press 3, you will get only 3 digits. If I press 6, you can get 6 digits. So this means this instrument is going to give you very high resolution. Okay, then the display update, we can put it to on and off. Then V mode is there. Okay, so V mode is again a kind of important feature has been added in this instrument. If I put it to external V, okay, we can define the voltage here. Why we are defining voltage here? Because if you want to give voltage to your DUT from the outside, not by this instrument, from the outside you want to give voltage to your DUT, which is you are testing, you are measuring the resistance of that, or the surface resistance, volume resistance, like that. Then we can set how much voltage need to be applied, right, from this instrument, and then we can set it here, and then it will show you that external V here, okay. Then V mode is to measure the voltage or to monitor the voltage, and measure V is the voltage which we are applying from this instrument to the DUT. Okay, so 3 things can be done. So the default setting is the measure V. Okay, so in the measure V there are 2 type of setting, high Z and D. So high Z and D are 2 type of settings are there. So the high Z is showing the high impedance value of your DUT, and the D is showing the discharge condition of your DUT. Okay, so these 2 values also can be seen when you opt for it. Now here we have discussed about the V mode, and the triggers can be set to internal or external. Okay, internal, external, the triggers can be decided. Then self-calibration. Self-calibration is, I told you, when I am switching it on and do the calibration, and as this instrument is very high accurate and working on a very small current, so this instrument need to be calculated, this instrument need to be calibrated regularly. So the interval we can define at after how much time duration it should do the self-calibration. Then the interlock function is also there. If I do the interlock function on, like that, we cannot use any of the key. So if the interlock is on, nothing will work. Okay, after the interlock, so please remember, if you do the on to the interlock, it can be only deactivated by using the backside interlock backside interlock BNC connector. Okay, you need to short the plus and minus of that BNC, and then it will get off. Then that's what I am saying, the charge which can be applied by this charge port. So the charge can be defined how much you want to charge your DUT. It can be defined here, like this one right now it's 5 milliampere. We can put it to 10. So this is the first page of menu setting page. Then I'll jump to this contact check. We come to the contact check function. This is a very important feature of this instrument. So this contact check function defines whether the DUT is been in contact with the instrument or not. Okay, so here, as this instrument works on a very low current, so we are defining the contact check function in the form of capacitance. So when I'll make the connections for you guys, then I'll try to explain you how this works. Okay, now I'll jump to the next limit. It's very simple. We can define the upper limit and the lower limit, and where the instrument need to beep. That what we can define. It's very simple. We can switch it on and we can put the parameters here, the limits here. Okay, then this is a selection page where this instrument comes with many different kind of you can say the holders to do the test for different kind of DUTs. So we can select different kind of model numbers here. As if you go through our website of Hioki, you can see all those selections and the different kind of fixtures you can select, and then it will you can start doing the test as per the fixture. So the dimensions need to be defined here actually. Okay, so now the system setting, you want to key click, you want to have this sound or not, like that. Key lock, if I switch it on, then nothing will, all the keys will get disabled. You want to have the memory function, mode check function you need or not. Double action you need to press 2 times before 2 times you need to press double action means you need to press 2 times this stop key before starting the testing. So this is the double action. Then LCD contrast, you can select power frequency, you can select whether you are working on 50 or 60 Hertz. Reset, you want to do normal or the system reset you want to do. Then the input output connection trigger, which type of trigger function you want, and then filter. Contact check function should be, as I told you, I'll going to explain you it later on. Then the EOM mode you want in the hold or the pulse mode, the external IO test you want to execute or not, and this is the interface, which type of interface you are working. You can select GPIB, USB and RS-232, and according to that you need to make the settings and info about the instrument. So it's quite simple, nothing much to do the setting. So I'll go through very fast again. This key is for the setting, for the menu selection, mode selection, range selection, voltage selection, comparator, the setting save, load and save, speed selection for the local, testing stop, testing start, navigation, any menu escape, any menu enter. And these are for the connections. Okay, now I'll make the connection for you guys and let's see the results. So these instruments have a different kind of test leads with them. This is one of them. Okay, so positive negative test leads I have. I'll open and try to connect it. So this is black test lead, touch type. So this is the red test lead, and it is having a, you can see this is a special type of connector, and this is also a special type of connector here, like this. So these are very highly isolated from each other. To make the connection, this one is having threads inside. First you need to push it inside and slowly start screwing it up. Now this has been connected, the red test lead, and then now we will connect the black one. To the ground. Okay, now as these instruments, as I told you, these instruments generate voltage to test, and we have already set it to 1000, so it's a dangerous condition. So we need to take the extra precautions here. We need to make the loop for the safety. So this is a kind of U-shaped loop. If you go through the manual of this 7120, maybe I'll try to show you in my laptop why this loop has been introduced, because we want to make the testing more secure. Okay, I'll just open my laptop and I'll show you. So as I was explaining about this U connector, how to use it, and what are the requirements to use it. So as shown on this example, when we are doing this kind of test, where means like this one is sample and these are the electrodes, this is the base plate, and when we are doing this kind of measurement, we need to use this U-shaped guard key in between the output and the guard. The connection will be made like this. Okay, so this is a manual, page number 78. So why we are using this kind of U-shaped guard key? Because if we are applying this kind of voltage and when we are charging the DUTs, so this guard key short between the guard and the ground and make it a ground, so that there will be no chance of get the shock actually. Okay, so this is an example when we are charging our DUT, and there is one more example when we are using the liquid sample holder. Then the guard key should be in between the guard and the ground, right? And we are using the input and the output test lead like this. So these are just some type of examples we are giving how to make the connections on our manual. So you can see the guard and the ground are being short and making it to the ground, and this also defines how the voltage flow between the DUT as well. When the U-shaped key is short between the ground and the guard, and the ground and the output. Okay, it also defines how the voltage has been applied to your DUT. Okay, now I'll try to make example where I will show how much voltage has been applied to the DUT and how the results is getting. And one more very important feature is the contact check function. Now I'm trying to make the connections. I have collected this black and the red test lead of this Super Mega Ohm tester. So now what I am going to do, I'll try to connect these test leads to one of the instrument. I will use Hioki Power Quality Analyzer model number PW3198. I'll use one of his voltage channel to input some very small voltage, maybe like 50-60 volt at some current, and I'll try to get the resistance value of that channel. Okay, I'll make the connections like this. I'm going to use Power Quality Analyzer. I'm going to short the cables, the black to black and red to red like this. Okay, I'll put these cables separate. Okay, I have made the connections. I will switch on the 3198 as well, like this. Okay, now the connections has been made between the SM and the power quality analyzers. They are been short here and short here. Okay, now we will go to the view mode and we'll go to the DMM mode, so that you will be able to see the voltage applied to this power quality analyzer. Okay, so I have set the instrument to a certain voltage. I'll show you how much. Okay, as you can see, the voltage been set to 50 volt here. Now, as per the double action, I will press this key 2 times, the stop key 2 times, like this, and then I need to press the start, and we'll see how much voltage is coming. Okay, so the voltage has been applied is 49.93, and here you can see we have generated 50 volt, and you can see the readings here. So the reading is 4.00114 mega ohm. Okay, so now in this I'll try to explain about the contact check function. Okay, so in this contact check function, as I told you, it checks whether the contact has been made or not. So first we need to select the frequency. So there are after that there is 2 type of capacitance format. So one is low, when it is less than 10 pico, and when this is higher than 10 pico. And now the question arises, maybe we don't know the capacitance of the DUT, so that time put it to the normal. Then we need to select the cable of the length. Right now the cable which we are using, it's a 1 meter cable. Then if you want to put the delay, when you are doing the testing, if you want to put any kind of delay in between that, you can put it related to the milliseconds. And then when you go to the open value check, you need to disconnect the test leads. You need to disconnect the test leads from any kind of connection like this. Right now the test leads are disconnected. Okay, and then I will execute this compensation, compensation feature, capacitance feature. I need to press execute. It will say okay. Now the value has came here, okay, for this open value. Now according to that we need to mark the limits here. So the value came 5.334. I set it to the 5 picofarad. So when this means the capacitance value should be higher than this open compensation value. Okay, so now what I'll do, I'll short these cables like that. Okay, I have shorted this test lead. This means the capacitance became high. So if I execute, it will say okay. Okay, and if I open these cables and execute, it will say NG. So similar, we can use this kind of compensation feature for our contact check function. And one more thing, there is a optional sensor we have with the temperature and humidity. If you use that sensor, you will also get the temperature and the humidity values while doing the test. So I guess I have explained you most of the things about the products. SN7120 Super Mega Ohm Tester of Hioki. It's not very difficult. Very few keys are there. There are limited functions but very important functions and the features. I explained you key by key and the menu by menu, and how to connect, what is the use of that U shape, and how to make the connections, and how you get the result, right? And how to make the sequence, how to save the settings, what is the function of that contact check function related to the capacitance. Now I'll come to the catalog. So, and I'll show you what different kind of fixtures Hioki provide for different kind of testings related to the different type of sensors, and how many different type of models are there in Super Mega Ohm tester. So if you can see this catalog, if you are able to see, so there are 2 or 3 different kind of you need to zoom. Yeah, so there are 2 or 3 different kind of models, right? You can see. I'll read it out for you guys, right? Then 7110 and 7120, the most difference between them is the voltage range. 7110 can go up to 1000 volt if I'm not wrong, and 7120 can go up to 2000 volt. Both can measure up to resistance up to 10 to the power 19 ohms, and they have the feature of external IO RS-232 USB and GPIB to communicate with interface, any you want to do any kind of interface. And the current, it can go to measure this kind of high resistance, because these are inversely proportional. So the minimum current it can measure, the range is there 20 PQ ampere, where it will give you the resolution of 0.1 femtoampere. So this is how the instrument is more precise. And one more thing comes to our mind, that if we are talking about this much small current, there must be a chance of getting noise, but as this instrument is 300 times better in terms of noise handling as compared to previous models of Hioki. So this is very stable product for measuring these kind of for doing this kind of applications. And there is one more product, 7420. So the difference is 7110 and 7120 and 7110 are of 1 channel, and 7420 is of 4 channels. Okay, and it can also go up to 10 to the power 19 ohms to measure, and again the current is same 20 picoampere with the 0.1 femtoampere of resolution. You can go through the website and can check the specifications, right? And these are the 3 models. And now let's talk about the different kind of fixtures they are providing to do the measurement. So for the surface and volume resistivity, they have certain different kind of electrodes. I'll try to show on the catalog. I'll try to adjust the zoom. Yeah. So these kind of different kind of fixtures they have, right? This is for the surface and volume resistivity. This is the touch type. This is again surface, and these are the some boxes to do these kind of measurement. And this is again a special one to measure the liquid samples. So you can select these kind of fixtures according to your application, and interface with this Super Mega Ohm testers of Hioki, and then can perform the test. As in India now, these kind of research and testings are coming up, and many scholars and research centers are going behind this kind of technology and doing this kind of research. So this is very capable instrument to do these kind of measurements. So I hope the video is up to the mark and you guys are able to understand the product. On this note, I will end up the video, and please stay safe in this COVID situation. See you next time with another video and another product. Thank you.